Hey, lovely people. Tempest here from Times with Tempest. Thanks so much for stopping by. Well, today's video is about one of my intentions that I set for the new year. We won't call it a resolution because some people don't like that word. And we know at the beginning of the year, everyone's setting goals and talking about all the things that they want to accomplish. Well, I had a very lofty goal of trying to lose 20 pounds in the month of January. So today's video is about 5 things I did to try to lose the weight, and you're gonna see how much weight I actually lost. So be sure to stay tuned for more. Okay, so first things first. I had this goal. I wanted to lose weight. I was gonna start off strong the month of January and get things going. Well, it didn't hurt that I joined a fitness challenge and Biggest Loser got a lot of money. $600, nearly. Well, just under 600, like $587, but that's a lot of money to win for losing some weight. So I started and I was like, I can probably lose 15 pounds. And I'd done this challenge last year and I lost 11.4, I think. And I think the winner lost just under 15. So I was like, I can lose 15 pounds. I got this. And then I started losing the weight and I was like, I'm gonna take it to 20 pounds. So I started, and my starting weight, the heaviest I've ever been, we had to do it via live in our private Facebook group. And so I was holding my phone and the scale said 193.2. Ouch. Prior to this, my heaviest had been about 188. 190 was my oh no weight. It happens, right? Once I put the phone down, I weighed myself again and I was 192.9, I believe. So I'm calling the 192.9 my true weight. I have photos that I'll show you for proof of those weights. Okay, so you see that I'm telling the truth in terms of what the scale said on January 1st when we did our weigh-in. Well, I didn't actually start January 1st because if you are familiar with the Southern tradition and the dinner that you have on New Year's Day, pork chops, black eyed peas, rice, collard greens, mac and cheese, and cornbread. I made that dinner and I ate it. So I really got things into gear on January 2nd and I cut it all out. I have not had a single cheat meal all month long unless you count going to Bojangles to get a side of egg and a side of bacon. That's totally within the keto realm of having eggs and bacon, right? Literally no biscuit. They will give that to you if you go in and ask for a side of egg and a side of bacon or sausage, and I would eat that. I didn't really count that as a cheat meal because I eat eggs and bacon at home all the time. It just helps to be able to grab and go and have it nice and hot if you're traveling, okay? So, the 5 things. Got distracted for a second. The first thing that I did was focus on my water intake. And I'm sure that that comes as no surprise to you all. But what you're drinking matters. We have to stop with these empty calories and all the juice and the sodas that we're drinking. I drink nothing but water. Fortunately, I cut out soda a long time ago, but every now and then I love a good cold ginger ale. Canada Dry. All of that other stuff is trash, okay? And so my goal was always 100 ounces minimum. That is these regular size water bottles, 16.9 fluid ounces. That's 6 of these. And throughout the month, I started creeping up to 7 and then 8, and 8 would equal a gallon. But at minimum, 6 bottles of water. The second thing I did was intermittent fasting. And you've probably heard a ton about intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting is only about a window of time to eat. It doesn't necessarily cut out what you are allowed to eat, but it focuses on when you eat. And so I was doing a 16-8, which means that for 16 hours throughout the day, I was fasting, which when you think about it is really easy to do because you sleep for nearly half of that, or at least you should. And then you have the 8-hour window when you eat. That doesn't mean that you're eating continuously. Essentially what was happening was I would eat my first meal around 12, honestly, sometimes around 2. So I was having lunch as my first meal, and then I would have dinner before 8 p.m. Okay, that takes me to the second point. We have to stop snacking. Now I'm gonna offer this disclaimer. I have a PhD, which makes me a doctor, but I don't have an MD. So fact check, do your own research and check all of this out. But I do understand that every time we eat, we spike insulin. And insulin is a fat making and a fat storing hormone. Okay, double check that, but I'm pretty sure, right? And so that doesn't mean that I didn't have snacks. I just didn't snack. When I ate at 12, if I wanted a pickle or a fat bomb, so a piece of cheese, or the little Atkins Indulge bars that are technically okay for keto, I would eat that in the same sitting, and I would not eat a single thing until my next meal, which was dinner. And then the same thing, nuts, if I wanted something like that, just to kind of treat myself, I would have that then. There was not a separate moment in time during those 8 hours when I was snacking, all right? So the fourth thing is exercise. That's a given. We know that it's good for you. It's good. It boosts your energy. It's good for your mental health. I love being able to go to the Y and get in the pool, and I can just leave it all there if I'm stressed out or if I'm dealing with something. One of my favorite things to do in addition to swimming is intervals on the treadmill. I cannot wait until the weather breaks though, so that I can get back to running outside. I'm not one of those people that can do it in the cold. But intervals will really get you moving, breaking a sweat, using the incline feature and doing a brisk walk on the treadmill are some of my favorite things to do. All right, so the fifth and final thing, and y'all aren't gonna like this one, and it probably goes against a lot of the things that you've been told. You weigh yourself often. If you have a goal, you have to be strong enough to deal with whatever the outcome of that is, right? So if you Google this or do some research, it'll say weigh yourself at least weekly, and they'll say don't weigh yourself every day. You'll get discouraged by some normal fluctuations and, you know, fluid retention and things like that. As for me in my house, because my husband is also on a journey to lose weight and he's in a fitness challenge at work, we weigh ourselves every day so that we can assess what we ate, how our exercise routine impacted us, so that we know that we can kind of continue to do that our body is responding positively to that meal or to that particular method of exercise. Point 1, point 2 increase there. So what? We know that we can knock it off. But if you're gaining a full pound from yesterday and today, then what in the world did you do? And we have not seen throughout the month of January any fluctuations like that. 0.2, 0.3 here and there, definitely. You deal with it and you keep moving, okay? So to recap those 5 things, I have water intake, intermittent fasting, and one of the things I didn't say is that some of my days were actually OMAD, 1 meal a day. I wasn't hungry, so I didn't eat. We have to get out of the habit of eating for fun. You're gonna watch a movie, so you go pop some popcorn. You're bored, you grab a bag of chips or some ice cream while you're couch surfing or sitting on the couch, you know, flipping through Netflix or whatever, right? So water, intermittent fasting, stop snacking, because every time you eat, you spike insulin. If you want to have a snack or a treat, just have it in that same sitting. The other one is exercise, and the other one is, I'll say, weigh yourself often, and I would just encourage you to think about what often looks like for you. So that said, you know what my starting weight was, you know what the 5 things are that I was focusing on towards this goal. So let's see how did I do? What does the scale say as of January 31st? Let's take a look. you have it, guys. Not quite the full 20 pounds, but not bad for a month on this journey, I would say. I'm certainly pleased with it, excited about my progress, excited about what's gonna happen in the next couple of months as well. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, leave a comment so we can chat about it, and subscribe to this channel so that we can hang out more often. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.